Hello everyone, my name is Fabio Bustos. I'm studying at UNED University, bachelor's degree as a foreign language. This video is to show you my answers about the first tax number 1, the role of materials designed. The first question is, what was the conception of materials development decades ago? According to Pardo 2009, the conception of materials developments were focused on the production accompanying a wide range of learning resources to illustrate methods. Some decades ago, the teaching process was totally focused on students. Teachers were the ones who had the knowledge, then they had the last decision, and students were not involved in the classroom. They were just waiting to hear their teacher and try to catch the new knowledge, but without too much speaking practice. So, I consider that nowadays, this conception has changed in so many ways, because now students even speak and practice more than 10 or 20 years ago. My experience when I was at the school proves me that the teaching way not only has changed the way of teaching, but also has pushed students to participate more in class. And we cannot forget about the technological resources that we have in this epoch and makes the difference with antique education. What does development materials demands from teachers? Give at least 6 demands and explain them. What developing materials demands the teacher nowadays is to innovate and to analyze all the different aspects and ways of learning that each student has in the classroom. We must consider that not all people neither learn at the same rate nor understand in the same way. For me, education is relevant because as teachers we cannot depend on the same structure for every single student. But we have to develop new and effective procedures and methodologies in our classes in order to face the different moments and different ways of understanding from our students. So in my opinion, development materials demands the following aspects: facilitate the student's self-investment, help learners develop self-confidence, provide opportunities to give feedback, have a variety of teaching resources, provide opportunities to communicate, and finally offer plenty of free practice. What are the components of creating and adapting didactic learning materials? As teachers, I consider we must take into account some strategies that contribute with our teaching process. We must consider that different factors and environment that the students are requirement in order to achieve their goals. In this way, one of the most important components teacher must have in mind at the moment of create learning materials is to integrate students and make collaborative job. This will help our students to develop new skills and practice the second language they are learning. Also, teachers must motivate and engage students by giving them a challenge learning atmosphere, impacting through variety and attractive learning methodologies. In your opinion, what is the principal role of teacher when designing language learning materials? In my opinion, I believe in didactic resources and methodologies to understand and know a new language. Students just wait for teachers to receive their knowledge, but it's the teacher's responsibility to give the tools and the way of teaching a new language. In my experience as teacher, I can say that the students are just waiting for the class without any expectation about it. But it is just during the class where the students start to enjoy and to learn, and this depends on the methodologies teacher has prepared. So it is in that moment where we see the importance of practicing a class, of preparing a class. We cannot just arrive to the classroom to improvise. We must prepare our classes with anticipation, having in mind that we must have a plan B according to the development of the class. here we have the reference for this job.